It has been a little bit of a blockbuster summer, more so than last summer, I have to say. Hollywood sort of caught up from pandemic and started releasing some stuff this summer. I saw 3 movies in the theater this summer. One of them I walked out of, and the other 2 I was left disappointed because they were both part-oneers, and I can't stand being left,
Agreed.
being left hanging. So tell us some of the movies that you hit this summer, some of what you maybe met your expectations, maybe some things that didn't meet your expectations.
Okay, so I had a big summer. Also had a kid recently. My son Teddy's about to turn 1, so it's been harder to get to the movies, but we have made it out a couple times. So when we do go...
Your household is a cinema... By the way, if you don't know, the Maddox household is a cinema household.
It is.
So y'all make good time for it. You try anyway.
We do. If we can get out and do something, that's probably what it's going to be. If now like a Grizzlies game or a State game or something. But saw the big ones. Saw Barbie. Really loved that one. A nice tight 2 hours. Really funny. Saw Oppenheimer. A little bit too long.
That's the one I walked out of. It was way too long.
But really good. Really good. I enjoyed it. I like Christopher Nolan movies.
It was good actors.
So well acted. So well made. Saw Indiana Jones. It was okay. It was fun. Saw the Spider-Verse movie. Really good. But again, the part 1 problem.
I can't stand it.
Just like make a movie.
It really irks me when they leave a story drop off like that and then they're like, hey, we'll see you in 3 years for the next one.
Yeah, make your trilogies, make your movies, but part 1s, that's got to stop.
Yes.
You got to get rid of those.
A trilogy, while the story continues, you're left with some closure at the end of each of those trilogy movies. So,
and it feels like a nice, one story. It's not like a 6-hour story.
Right.
But my absolute favorite movie that I saw, Mr. Lewis, was Past Lives. And if you haven't seen it in theaters by now, it's probably too late to see it in theaters, but I'm sure it'll be coming out on some streaming device at some point. But you've got to see Past Lives if you haven't seen it. It's probably the most underrated but most enjoyed movie of the year.
And I knew nothing about that movie. Like, I didn't see much publicity. I don't think I saw maybe one thing on YouTube maybe about it. So tell us about the movie.
Not a lot of press. It's a small movie. It's about these 2 people who live, I think, in South Korea. And they have a relationship at the age of 12. One of them moves to America. And so we skip ahead 12 years in the movie. And then they reconnect through Skype. They kind of rekindle this flame they had at age 12. And then it kind of fizzles again, and then we jump another 12 years. And so they do end up meeting, spoiler alert, but it's really, really good.
Okay. Is it too early to make Oscar predictions or movies that you think will be up for it? I think Oppenheimer will be a shoo-in.
I think you're going to see a lot more summer blockbusters get nominated this year because, like I said, Barbie and Oppenheimer are really good. I think Past Lives are going to be Best Picture nominated. We'll see.
But to be fair, movies like Oppenheimer, even a year ago, probably wouldn't have even been considered blockbuster. I feel like the fact that Christopher Nolan was attached to that film
and that it came out on the same day as Barbie, and it was just like this huge deal. I mean, that definitely is going to play a part.
Right. But movies like Oppenheimer traditionally weren't really considered blockbusters. It just so happened the way it landed this year and the way that it happened, everybody was ready for it.
It's more of like your late fall drama, your typical Oscar movie. So it's kind of rare that it got released in the summer. So
yes. Now, while we're talking about movies in cinema, why did Disney release Haunted Mansion in August when they could have waited 2 more months for October?
That was the exact same thing my wife said when we saw the preview in theaters. Like, that is so stupid. That's the perfect late September, October movie. Like,
and it wouldn't have been up against other movies to compete with, because it didn't do well in the theaters. By the way, spoiler alert on that one, it didn't do well. I don't necessarily think the cast seems good. The one-liners seem funny. I don't think it's necessarily an indictment of the movie. I think it's a bad timing on Disney's part.
The only thing you can maybe argue is that they wanted to put it out in theaters and then maybe have it available for streaming come October, but
that's not making them any extra money.
Again, you don't really make money streaming movies.
You've already got your subscribers. Nobody's going to... JJ here is not going to say, you know what? I'm going to go get me a Disney subscription because Haunted Mansion has come out in October.
You're not signing up for Disney for Haunted Mansion.
No.
You've
so
already got
put
it.
that in the theaters to give kids something to go see during Halloween instead of slasher movies.
And now you're competing with Barbie and Oppenheimer, and the movie I didn't get to see but wanted to was Mission Impossible. So
I did see Mission Impossible. It's a part oneer. I'm telling you, while it did have some sense of closure to that portion of the story, I mean, that's basically what I can say. Fast and Furious X, number 10. I left straight mad. I'm like really mad. That movie drops off of a deadgum cliff. People start dying, like stars in the movie start dying, and then they just credits.
you just disrespected two of the most successful franchises of all time.
And I've loved Mission Impossible, have purchased, not streamed, purchased all of them. Every Mission Impossible movie that's ever been made. I have spent good hard money in the theater and to actually have it in my Apple playlist. Not just streaming. I give them the money twice. Anger.
I was going to Kroger at like 6:30 a.m. the other morning to get some formula for Teddy, and they have these DVDs up front for sale, and I saw Mission Impossible Fallout for like $6.99. I was like, you can't really stream these. It's kind of hard to find them, so I bought it.
Well, there you go. Well, he's on a whole nother. He's buying physical media
From Kroger.
Good luck finding a DVD player to play that disc.